These tools were designed and manufactured by a company in Australia that went by the name of Omark. The tool was imported into the United States beginning in the late 1950s, early 1960s by two separate companies. One of those companies was the Diamond Expansion Bolt Company, located in New Jersey, and the other one was Omark in Portland, Oregon. Basically, Diamond covered the eastern United States and Omark covered the western United States, which is why you'll hear them referred to as West Coast or East Coast tools, depending on which manufacturer you have. This diamond tool over here is a model D440. Omark had this tool also. They called it the Super G. And this is the extractor model. When you open the tool, an extractor kicks up to eject the spent cartridge. This tool was always a 25 caliber, quarter-inch barrel. 3/8 barrels were not available for it. This tool here is a Omark 330 BP8. BP8 stands for breech plug, and the 8 stands for 3/8 barrel. If you had a quarter-inch barrel, it would have been a BP4. You cock open the tool, you see that you have a breech plug with an ejector stem right next to it to eject your spent cartridge. And Diamond also had this tool, but I don't recall what the model number of the tool was. Omark also marketed their tool under the name Bondit. This was a marketing campaign of the late 60s in which their branches sold the tool under the Omark name and their distributors sold the tool under the Bondit name. Not just this tool, but all their tools and other fasteners and stuff. From what I understand, it didn't fly well and didn't last long. But a Bondit name is basically an Omark tool. Also, there's a red version of the tool that was sold by Redhead. After Redhead bought Omark, they painted this red, and the spall guard was also red. And they sold that tool up into the mid-1980s. About 1985, it was dropped altogether. And Redhead stopped selling high-velocity tools. The tool in the center is a Chinese import tool, most commonly known as the 660. It is the Chinese copy of the 330, and as we all know, what the Chinese do is they figure out how to make something, and then they go about figuring out how they can cut costs, make it cheaper. The main difference between these tools on the end and this tool is the front housing. So you can see it doesn't have these barrel locks up here. It's a little different design. Also, the rubber sleeve is much thinner. The locking underneath is also a little different. But other than that, it's basically the same tool besides cutting costs in some of the machining. So I'm going to go ahead and take it out there and shoot it with the other two tools. It's a quarter-inch barrel with 22 caliber. Again, this is a 22 caliber with 3/8 barrel, and this is a 25 caliber with a quarter-inch barrel. So they all should be a little different, since each tool is a little different. And we're going to go with red loads because it's the lowest that I have for the 25 caliber tool. And we'll go with 3-inch pin. Alright, Chinese tool. Quarter-inch pin. Red load. Pretty bad shape. Okay, the Omark. Wish I'd looked at these before I brought this box out. These loads are tarnished. They're still working though, apparently. I want to make sure I didn't already have that loaded. It's not fun when you double shoot a tool with 2 pins in it. It messes it up. Now let's see what the .25 caliber does. Bigger load, that's for sure. Again, check and make sure there's nothing in that breech. Flush. No real surprises. I thought maybe the Chinese tool would outperform the Omark tool simply because the Omark tool has a larger diameter bore, which means the powder load would have to fill a larger area to drive the pin, which is also heavier than a 1/4-inch pin. But it turned out to be the other way around, and that could be because the barrel of the Chinese tool is not quite in tolerance with the pins. Also, the loads are old and tarnished. They didn't open up very well. Compare that to the .25 caliber, which opened up real good. Get a different view of them right there. Yeah, I should have looked at the box of loads before I took it out there. They're all pretty tarnished in there. I probably could have dug a good one out, but might as well see if they work. So that's it until maybe I can find some .25 caliber breech plugs for the Omark tool and shoot it in .25 caliber instead.